day 2. We're going to carry on with our fractions work this week, and we're going to continue to find fractions of a number. So I'm going to work with bears. On the problem you've got today, it's beanbags, but I'm going to use bears instead. So we're going to keep it simple so you can see the maths. So I have got 2, 4, 6, 8 bears, and I am going to find 1 quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters and 4 quarters of that number 8. So I've got my 8 bears, so I am going to share them equally into quarters, and we know that if you've got quarters, you've got 4 equal parts. So we're going to share them equally between those 4 parts. So I'm going to share them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now that I've shared them out, I can see I've got 1 quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters, 4 quarters, which is my whole 8. So if I wanted to find out what 1 quarter of 8 is, I will look how many are in 1 quarter. And so I now know that 1 quarter of 8 equals 2. Now if you want to find 2 quarters of 8, then you need to look at the 2 of the quarters and add those 2 numbers together. So I've got 2 in that one, 2 in that one. 2 add 2 is 4, so 2 quarters of 8 is 4. We also can notice that 2 quarters is the same, is equal to 1/2. Okay, if I wanted to find out what 3 quarters of 8 is, I add up how many are in 1, 2, 3 of those quarters. So I've got 2, add 2, add 2, which equals 6. So 3 quarters of 8 equals 6. Now, if I wanted to find out what 4 quarters is, then I would add up how many bears I've got in each of those quarters. So that's 2, add 2, add 2, add 2, which equals 8. So 4 quarters of 8 equals 8. It is the whole. Okay, so I would like you to try that with 12, the number 12. Press pause and we'll do it together when you're ready. So hopefully you have got your 12 and you have shared them out equally into each of the quarters. Now you can also show this on a part-part whole. So you could write your 12 there, and you could draw your little bears, or you could just share them out equally. Count out your bears as you're sharing them. And you know that that's 1 quarter, and that is 1 quarter, and that is 1 quarter, and that is 1 quarter. Okay, so we now know that 1 quarter of 12 is equal to 3. See if you can work out what 2 quarters of 12 would be. Press pause and press play when you're ready. So hopefully you have realised that 2 quarters of 12 is equal to 6. Now can you work out what 3 quarters of 12 is? Press pause and press play when you're ready. So now if you look at your bears and count them up, 3, 6, 9, we know that 3 quarters of 12 is equal to 9. And then 4 quarters of 12, that is your whole again. So it's 3, add 3, add 3, add 3. 4 quarters of 12 equals 12 because that is the whole. So I'd like you to have a go at working out what 1 quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters and 4 quarters of 16, 20 and 24 is. I'd also like you to show me them using a bar model. So if you've just done a part-part whole, then have a go now at showing me the answers to those questions on a part-part whole. So press pause and work that out and press play when you're ready. So if we look at showing that on a bar model, it would look like this. we would have our 16 at the top. You need to come round, Sam. My cameraman's not very alert today. Sam, come out. So, it would look like this on the pop-up hole. You would halve it and then halve it again. And if you had 16 and you share those out, you would then have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. You would then be able to work out how many in one quarter. So you've got 4 in that quarter, you've got 4 in that quarter, you've got 4 in that quarter, you've got 4 in that quarter. So if I was going to find 1 quarter of 16, 4 would be 1 quarter of 16. If I was going to find 2 quarters of 16, it would be 4, add 4, which equals 8. Also, we need to remember that 2 quarters is equal to 1 half. If I was going to find 3 quarters of 16, it would be 4, add 4, add 4, which is equal to 12. And if I was going to find 4 quarters of 16, it would be 4, add 4, add 4, add 4, which would make the whole 16. Okay, so if we were going to find quarters of 20, we would share out our bears so that we have got equal number of bears in each quarter. So this time we have got 20. We would make our bar model into quarters and we would count the number of bears in one quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We know that we've got to be equal, so we know each of those quarters would be 5. So then we know that 1 quarter of 20 would be 5. 2 quarters of 20 would be 5, add 5, which is equal 10. 2 quarters is the same as 1 half. 3 quarters of 20 would be 5, add 5, add 5, which equals 15. And 4 quarters of 20 would be 20, which is equal to our whole. Now, if we were going to do 24, we would share out our bears so that we have shared them equally between the quarters. And we can change our numbers. And we have got 24 this time. We halve it again. And we count our bears in 1 quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We know that each quarter is equal. So we know that we will have 6 in each quarter. So that is 1 quarter of 20 equals 6. 2 quarters of 20 is 6, add 6. 2 quarters is equal, the same as 1 half. 3 quarters of 24 is 6, add 6, add 6, which equals 18. And 4 quarters of 20 is, 24, is 6, add 6, add 6, add 6, which equals 24, the whole. Now, I have got an extra challenge for you, and that is to find 1 quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters, 4 quarters of 40, 80 and 120. And you can do this by using your counting in tens. Remember your halving and halving again to make a quarter, and see if you can work those out on your own. Now, the final little challenge for you is I would like you to have a look at this problem. And this problem says Amir is using beanbags and hoops to find 3 quarters of 20. Can you spot his mistake? So I want you to pause, have a think about that problem, see if you can work it out, and then press play when you are ready. So, what you hopefully have noticed that Amir has got his 20 beanbags. Check that there are 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There are 20 beanbags. Now, hopefully what you will notice if you work that out yourself, that if we do it on a part whole, you will notice 20, halve it again. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. If you quickly share out those 20, what you will notice is that there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beanbags in each quarter, because when you're doing fractions you have to share equally. And what you will notice is that here Amir has gone wrong with his sharing, and in this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, he's got 6, and in this one 1, 2, 3, 4, he's only got 4, this one he's only got 4, and this one he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Amir has not shared out his beanbags accurately. And you have to be really fair when you are doing fractions so that each part is equal. So if he was doing this properly, Amir would have had 5 beanbags in each quarter. So in fact, 3/4 of 20, we would count up 1 quarter, that would be 2 quarters, that would be 3 quarters. So we would add 5, add 5, add 5. We write our number sentence on the whiteboard. 5, add 5, add 5. We can use our counting in 5s. 5, 10, 15. So Amir should have had 15, found that 15 is 3/4 of 20. Okay, so I hope you've got on okay with your problems today, and remember to use your bar model and your part whole, and that the really important thing about fractions of a number is to make sure you share equally so that each part of the fraction has got the same amount in it. So I will see you soon for the next session on fractions. Take care.